in every learning space, it is very important that we get time to have breaks so that we can meditate upon that which we've been learning. And we are so grateful that on Doren Makomo show, we've been away for the past 2 weeks, and I'm sure you've been meditating upon the wisdom that has been shared here. We are glad and grateful that today we are back again on Doren Makomo show, and I want to acknowledge the presence of Pastor Doren. Pastor D, thank you so much for allowing us to come again today.
Much pleasure.
My colleague Tefara, I hope you made use of the 2 weeks.
You know, the breather that we had taken, the space and the moments, looking at the information that was delivered to us over the past several weeks that we were here. The information that we had was so much, you know, and some of the forming concepts that Pastor D was driving home. It was just something else. But we thank the Lord because she gave us a breather. She gave us a moment to digest, a moment to, you know, to respond to what she was giving to us. You know, there is always that time that is needed for medication. There is a moment when one is given medication and an allowance is given for the medication to work. And the past 2 weeks have been those moments.
You know, it's that allowance that allows us to see whether the medication is really working.
Indeed.
You know, today I came prepared. I'm ready to learn again. Last time it was preparation.
You know, we have had a lot of bleating coming from the people. The people have been lamenting on the need to come back. You could see from the comments and you could see from the feedback that we have been receiving that indeed they are enjoying the show. Indeed, they are benefiting. This is not just a place to sit, but this is an environment to learn and to have the word work within us. The information, I can not cease to say, the information that comes from Pastor D. Oh, it's something else.
And our viewers, from the season of wisdom and wellness, just from the introduction, we were told that every season, it's very important that you prepare for it. And coming to the topic, when opportunity meets preparation, we were given the time to prepare for what is coming today. And we cannot have much to say, as we always say. We really need to get straight to Pastor Tita.
Indeed, let us just get into this.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Pastor D, for giving us this opportunity.
You're welcome, Tefera.
This is one of those moments that we have waited for. You know, we were burning and we were so much eager to come back, especially after the breather that you gave us. And by the way, thank you so much for that breather. It was long overdue. We couldn't take in the information. It was too much for us. But it all comes back now to the question that you left us with last time when you came here. You know, last time you came here, you were talking of preparation, when preparation meets opportunity. And I think you delved so much on preparation. But now, probably concluding the statement that you gave us, concluding the phrase, when preparation meets opportunity, there is always that significance that we'd want to understand on the opportunity aspect, on how we can be able to realize opportunities when they are arrayed before us. You know, we've lost so much, Coach, in terms of opportunities. We've lost so much in terms of opportunities being arrayed to us, or probably us being presented to opportunities. And it's one thing that is saddening to have the youth and even the elderly losing out because of failure to recognize an opportunity. But now we are giving this question. We want to understand, how do we realize opportunities when they are presented to us?
Thank you, Tefera. First and foremost, what I can say is, how can somebody talk about something that he doesn't know? So we are going to start with the definition of opportunity. An opportunity is a favorable circumstance with a positive outcome. That is what we call an opportunity. And remember, opportunities are seasonal. They come and go. And they need preparation. We always have to prepare ourselves for opportunities, because there are things that definitely come in our lives, and it requires one to prepare, of which we talked about preparation for these opportunities in our last episode. So opportunities, they come in different aspects. They're dimensional. We have the self-availing opportunities. And when I say self-availing, the things like we have job vacancies. And those are self-availing. We come across them in the newspapers. We come across them in the social medias, on internet. So they are self-availing to us. Same as scholarships, they are also self-availing. But it takes only those who are prepared, who got themselves prepared well ahead of time to apply for those particular vacancies. And you don't just apply for a vacant, but you have to do self-examination. Do I qualify for such a vacant? Because there are some requirements that goes with that particular vacant. Yes, there are some qualifications that that company is looking for on the candidate who will apply for that vacant. So it takes one to have prepared himself or herself for the vacant well ahead of time. So you apply when you know you qualify for such a vacant. Same as the scholarships. There are some requirements, there are some qualifications that are required for you, from you to apply for that particular scholarship. So it will be foolishness to apply for such a scholarship when you have not attained any ordinary level. Yes. So these self-birthed opportunities. When I say self-birthed opportunities, these are opportunities that sometimes we don't realize, and they are within us. We have to give birth to those opportunities. We have to expose them because they are hidden inside. These are the things such like talents, such like gifts, the gifts that we have. Sometimes you don't realize what is in you unless you start to do things. Then you would realize that, oh, I have some skills in such an area. It's like I see most women when they're doing their makeup. They do their makeup. After doing their makeup, they go on the different person from the original person. So sometimes I wonder if people would realize, if ladies would realize that talent, that gift you have, you would not only apply it on yourself, but you would also apply it on others. You would try it on somebody else, and you'll see how it comes out. So you get your monies. Those opportunities are self-birthed. They call others to yourself. They call other opportunities to yourself. And there's also these opportunities that we go in search of, like the empowerment groups, the different empowerment groups out there in the seculars. So it takes one to go to those, to look for those opportunities. They don't come to you, but you have to go to them in search of them. So that's how they vary, the opportunities vary, the opportunities avail themselves to us. Yes.
Pastor D, thank you so much for giving us this clarity. You were almost taking us on a relay, sir. We're just getting to understand how do we realize an opportunity without first knowing what it is that we are looking for. That's so powerful, Pastor D. How can we say something that we don't know? We really need to understand first what an opportunity is before we can go for it. And I must say, I have loved the part where you said, for example, a scholarship. You cannot qualify for a scholarship if you missed a certain level before it. So there's always a level that you need to attain first before you go for the opportunity. so that level is the level of preparation. You need to go through the level of preparation before you go for the opportunity. And we are here now talking about the opportunity, having been prepared the last time we came. Pastor D, thank you so much for that one.
Thank you so much, Pastor D. The soundness of the information that she's giving us, I couldn't have known that already coming from the realization of an opportunity. It all emanates from what an opportunity is. The little understanding that we had concerning opportunities, but now probably structuring these opportunities in dimensions. Who could have done that?
It's amazing.
Who could have done that? And sometimes you'd wonder now. And what struck me most, Coach, was an opportunity that you give birth. There is a mining that you're supposed to do. Yourself being a mine, you need to withdraw, or you need to draw out some things from within you. And those things are opportunities. Oh.
You know, it all takes me as well to what you used to learn in school. When you're talking about magnetic fields, you know, a magnet, you're not, the negative and the positive, they attract, but the positive and the positive, they will never attract. So sometimes we might be chasing after opportunities and they are running away from us, just because it's a positive running away from another positive. So probably there's one seated deep within that must be that must be bad. Pastor D, this is all coming because you are giving us the understanding, and we are so grateful. And that one, you know, Pastor, there's so much there's so much that we're learning. The other one, when a lady is looking in the mirror every day doing makeup, sometimes we fail to see even the opportunities that are right before us every moment, every now and then. You are living within an opportunity, but you're not seeing it. So we are so grateful, Pastor D, that we now probably have an understanding of what an opportunity is, because we were going to miss the opportunity just failing to understand what it is first. Now, the curiosity now still lies. How do we realize now that this is an opportunity that has to be birthed? This is an opportunity that I have to look for. This is an opportunity that is availed to me. How do I realize the different kinds of opportunities that you've explained to us?
Always be optimistic. Be positive about all situations. Whatever comes, don't judge things negatively. Just have a positive mindset, a positive eye. So what I want to express is that we as people have dreams. Even the children, the kids, they also dream. I remember very well when I was still in the infant age. I used to say, when I grow up, I want to be a pilot. Others would say, when I grow up, I want to be a nurse. You know, we were dreaming. And others today, they are what they are as a result of what they dreamed so long back, and they pursued their dreams. So how one would recognize an opportunity is to follow your dreams. And always dream opportunities. When you always dream opportunities, your eyes are always wide open in search of an opportunity. Whenever an opportunity presents itself, you grab it. You don't take chances because you're always dreaming opportunities. So that is one other way we recognize opportunities when they come. As when you always dream, it always tells us that you're always prepared. It's preparedness. When you look forward for something, you need to prepare for it well ahead of time, because you're anticipating that one day I will have this thing. One day I will become so and so. One day I will go outside. So when those opportunities arises, definitely you will see them coming. You will see them from afar. Just like when you anticipate to go overseas or to stay overseas, you always make sure that you have a valid passport with you. So that is the document that qualifies you to fly, to go overseas. When you don't have a passport, and when an opportunity presents itself, you can't go. impossible will become your barrier. So when you always dream, when you're always optimistic, you prepare yourself for opportunities. So one other thing, you must always follow your heart. When you follow your heart, it means you know exactly what you want in life. Even if somebody comes and tries to tell you, to divert you, you don't. Because you know exactly what your heart wants. You would want to follow your heart because your heart will never lie to you. So I would want to give one example of my son. He's now in China. He graduated in June. He was doing his computer engineering degree. You know what happened before he went? He was doing some science subjects in his A level, and you know his father used to discourage him that you're Panashi, you are not all that sharp, you're not all that brilliant that you should take these science subjects, but because he knew what he wanted in life, because he was listening to his heartbeat, all was in vain to his father. But to himself, he achieved what he wanted in life.
Yes.
And today he's in China. He graduated in that particular degree. Although we never expected him to come out so victoriously. He followed his heart. And when you know your heart is, you put much effort that you want to achieve that what you want. And that's very important, to always follow your heart.
You know, Pastor D, allow us to interject there. Tafara, I'm wondering right now, giving us an example of Panache, like you said, that he was always discouraged by the father, and him standing bold enough to follow his heart. To us, it's an act of disobedience. In a way, it's disobedience to us. He disobeyed the father, but still maintaining his purpose and living up for his dream.
Oh, yes.
Pastor D, this is something that we've never had, and this is something that is difficult. It's a difficult stance for many of us to probably ignore people who are that important and crucial to your life, who are saying no to what you love.
Yes.
They come and tell you, don't do this, but you feel this is where I belong. This is what I long to do. We fail sometimes to get that understanding, that what I carry and what I feel I need to do is way more important than this act of disobedience, maybe for once. Look at him now. Congratulations to him.
This is a strange trait.
Yes.
You know, it is one of those strange characters that we are less likely to obtain.
Yes.
You know, we have failed sometimes to disobey. By way of disobedience, we attempt to be rebels. But there are moments when you are supposed to disobey in a manner whereby you don't lose yourself within the process. Can I term this obedience without losing yourself? This is disobedience to another person, but you are saying, I'm obeying my self-intuition. You are obeying to self-calling. You're obeying to self-traits, self-character.
I feel there's need for us to probably have you, Pastor D, again here, explaining so much about this kind of obedience, because we are still wondering. You can continue with us.
All right, thank you. You know, there's also this, self-birthing. I once spoke about it, where you give birth to what is engraved in you.
Yes.
That's how we also come to realize those opportunities, self-opportunities that are hidden in us. And you know, how we come to realize, how we come to recognize those. You don't need to be idle, to be an idle person. But the moment you self-actualize yourself, definitely you will come to realize that I'm good in such and such areas. And those opportunities now will call another opportunities to you. You attract other opportunities to you. You are an opportunity. You are an opportunity to others who are outside there. To those who are fixing their eyes on you, they're seeing an opportunity. Sometimes this opportunity that we don't even see ourselves, but we are carrying the opportunities. We are impregnated with these opportunities. We only need to give birth. In due time, you will realize that you are an opportunity as well.
Myself being an opportunity. We have run to and fro, trying to get opportunities.
Yes.
I've tried so many times to present myself worth before them, to say, can you please hire me to do A, B, C, D for you? And sometimes they even hire us, come and do this for us. But I don't see the opportunity within me. Myself going to them and saying, I do this, can I do this for you? We always want it from them coming to us. We always want opportunities coming. We don't want to go
In search of them.
We don't want the opportunities to manifest from within. Self-birthed opportunities.
Yes.
Me becoming an opportunity. An individual becoming an opportunity. A person becoming an opportunity. The soundness is too much today. You know, Pastor D, never say never to an opportunity. It's one of the things that you highlighted to us. I don't know.
And sometimes we fail to recognize these opportunities when they come, because they come in a despiseful manner. Sometimes opportunities come with people that you despise, that you look down upon. When you look at that person, maybe is coming with an opportunity for a job, and maybe that person is not working, and you look at that person, you say, how can he offer me a job when he's not working as well? Yet it's an opportunity particularly for you, which is come for you. So sometimes we don't need to despise people that are surrounding us because of their status. You might lose those opportunities because some dynamics, some dynamites, they come in small packages. So we don't despise the small beginnings. We must grab every opportunity, no matter how small, no matter how despised that opportunity is. I remember some time back in the late 90s, maybe around 96, 97, thereabout. My husband was not working, and I remember his sister was in the market. She was a merchandiser. Then she came across this other merchandiser in the market who was talking about a certain company, Harrison Houston, and he said it wants to recruit some merchandisers, looking for merchandisers. And when she came home, she told a brother, which is my husband, that Harrison Houston is looking for merchandisers. And in the following day in the morning, he quickly went to Harrison Houston with his CVs and his certificates. And when he got there, and when the CEOs of the company saw the certificates, they were very satisfied with his qualifications, and they were so happy for him. Instead of giving him that position for a merchandiser, they gave him the position for an accountant. And he phoned me at the end of the day that he was at work. And I said, wow, where are you working at? He said, I'm in the office. I was recruited as an accountant. You see, what if he had despised the position of a merchandiser, saying, I cannot be a merchandiser, I'm a qualified an accountant. So sometimes opportunities, they come in despised images, or they come as overalls that you cannot fit in well, you know.
Yes. You know, Pastor D, I'm getting to understand something here. You are saying we have despised individuals.
Yes.
We have despised small environments. We have despised people who are supposed to have raised us up to better platforms. It reminds me of the adage which says, never undermine me by the things that you see me not having. Because the things that you see me not having are not proof that I really don't have those things. Because sometimes we have opportunities in overalls.
Oh, yes.
Sometimes we have opportunities being clothed, and they seem to be work for some. They seem to be things of no value to some.
Oh, yes.
But if we pay special attention to those individuals who carry our opportunities, if you are smart enough to look at them and realize that within them there is something for us, wouldn't have despised some people.
Oh, yes.
Tafara, this is something that we've always done. We have let them pass by because of the way they were presented before us.
Yes.
This is an opportunity that is going to transform my entire life being. But just because it's coming not in a package that I'm expecting,
Yes.
just because it's not appealing to my expectations, just because it's not appealing to what I'm looking forward to, I let it go because it's not appealing.
Yes.
But this calls for a certain kind of humility sometimes.
Oh, yes.
To say when an opportunity is presented, it takes the wisdom. That's why we even came from wisdom and wellness. It takes the wisdom to know and to look at an opportunity, no matter how despised it can be,
Yes.
and see beyond the opportunity. What is it that is within this opportunity for me? Never say no to an opportunity. Wow. Pastor G, grateful.
Oh, thank you, Courage. Sometimes us as people, we fail ourselves, we lose track. So I encourage people that you must keep track of what you are pursuing. Because sometimes we lose track because of the time that we take pursuing that thing. And you would think, hey, it's been long now since I started pursuing this thing. I've not yet get it. So you start to lose track of those things that you are pursuing. But you know what happens with the opportunities? Sometimes they come when you're about to lose focus. That's when your opportunity is now very near.
Yes.
So I am encouraging people that you must keep focused, keep in track. When I remember when we were still at school, running some relays. When you are running in relays, you're supposed to keep your track. The moment you encroach to someone's track, you are disqualified. You will lose it. So exactly what happens with opportunities. The moment you lose track, at the moment you divert, you will lose it. You will miss the opportunity. So keep focused. Pursue it. David asked it of the Lord, shall I pursue the enemy? And the Lord said, yes, pursue the enemy. You shall overtake. Yeah.
Pastor D, this is something that is even coming now, that there are opportunities that sometimes emanate from our level of consistency and our level of commitment. The more I'm committed to that thing that I love doing, the more I keep on track, the more I'm aligning myself to a bigger opportunity ahead of the track. So sometimes we fail the consistency. We are so grateful that even at our youth at church, there was a mantra that we were running with, character and consistency, and we were taught so much to stick to a vision, to stay glued to that which you have said, this is what I'm going to be pursuing for my life. And consistency is something that many people have been failing to live with. But now you're having to understand that even opportunities are hidden within your level of commitment and your level of consistency. We're grateful for that.
We need this fruit of the Spirit, patience. When you lack patience, you will lose it. You cannot wait for an opportunity to come because you want things at your own time. Everything. The Word of God says, God makes all things beautiful in the fullness of time. So when you fail to have that fruit of the Spirit, which is patience, you will lose opportunities that will come your way.
probably would want to understand a few things before we close. You have highlighted concerning an opportunity that you have to go out and search for. And now the question that is coming is, how does one get to create such an opportunity? Is there anything that can be done for the creation of such opportunities that one needs to go after and chase?
Thank you. One good example of me, I'm a lady who always wants to get hands on. So I'm not that woman who just sits at home waiting for the husband to provide for everything. I love to use my hands. So no, I'm one person who wants to associate with other people. So it gave me an exposure to some empowerment groups out there, some networking groups out there, of which now I am now a somebody who can be counted amongst other people or amongst other women. Self-actualization, self-realization, or going out there in search of opportunities. Sometimes we have to go out there to search for opportunities. Sometimes opportunities, they don't come our way, but we have to go out to search for them. Like I'm saying, associations, networking businesses. People, they don't come to your house to look for you. You are the one who has to go out and look for opportunities out there. Like this is the opportunities for youth, like farming, women, farming, many activities, many projects that I'm exposed to. So those are the opportunities we're supposed to look for when opportunities don't come your way. So when you sit home, when you stay indoors, some opportunities will come and go before you even realize them.
Pastor D, talking about networking, it reminds me of a seminar that I had recently. Well, I took an opportunity that came my way. I was invited to speak on a group, a WhatsApp group. It's called the Women Billionaires.
Oh, wonderful.
And already it's a group of people of impact. You can hear from the name. So we were talking about networking. And there's a quote that I also shared with them, that your network determines your net worth.
Yes.
It doesn't matter whom you know, but it matters who knows you. Sometimes you are elevated. Sometimes opportunities are going to come your way because of who knows you. When they know you and an opportunity is to be available, they're going to look for you. They're going to look for you because of what they know concerning you.
Yes.
They know that Tafara is a marketer and there's a marketing post that has been availed. They will look for you because they know you are the right candidate for that particular post. So networks, Pastor D, truly speaking, thank you for that one. It's very important when it comes to opportunities. It's very essential.
And it's very important if you know that you don't have those educational qualifications. And when it comes to networking businesses, they don't require qualifications. It's only you, yourself, and your talents. Yeah.
So sometimes it is very, very important to get to mingle with people of the same intellect.
Yes.
And sometimes it's even much more better to mingle with people of a greater or a higher intellect than yourself. Because by so doing, you get mentorship. You get to be taught on how to walk the track. And sometimes you get to be taught on how you can go about it in business. This has been one such of a session, and we are gloating in the victory.
Yes.
In the victory of the knowledge that we have been getting here.
Amen.
We can never have or exhaust such topics when they're thrown at us. I know, Pastor D, with the volumes that you have been diving deeper in today, there's always so much for the next show. We are very, very grateful, Pastor D. Thank you so much for allowing us to ask you these questions.
You're welcome.
We always run out of time because there's so much to learn. We thank you, Pastor D, for being our wisdom, for being there for us to give us so much knowledge. We believe we are young men who are getting equipped, who are growing up in the right way because of your counsel. We are so grateful. And to our viewers, we are so grateful that today you managed to stay glued to this show. Make sure that next week you do the same. Don't forget to invite friends. Don't forget to invite family. This is the Doren Makomo Show that comes to you every Thursday. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.